Hello, loved ones. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Lolo. And today, I wanted this Get Ready With Me to be like the full step-by-step of me getting ready for the day. From skincare to makeup to the full breakdown of the outfit. Everything that I can link will be linked in the description below. Okay, y'all, let's start getting ready. The first thing we're going to do is skincare, and we are going to use Butta's Gentle Cleanser. And for me, the way I like to use it is just doing circular motions all over my face. In the crevices, I just go up and down, get on the side of my nose really good, on the side, get my chin. Now, you're about to rinse all the cleanser out. I'm going to dry our face with these little towels. Butter also has these towels, but this is from a different brand. This is from Clean Skin Club. I love using these type of towels, especially for skincare, because it maintains the cleanliness of your routine, because you're not using a towel over and over again. You know what I mean? These are soft. They're a nice thickness where it really does absorb all of the moisture, and it's disposable. So when you're done, you just throw it away. I like using a vitamin C serum because with vitamin C, it brightens your skin, and I like to just look like I'm glowing all the time. You know what I mean? So you just add a little drop. They say 3 to 5 drops. I do 5 so I could just make sure I'm getting to every space of my skin, and then you just rub it in. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love this stuff. Ooh, it already has a little shine to my face. Now it's time to moisturize. I see the other skincare girlies, when they do their skincare, they just squirt the whole bottle out and apply it to their face. And I've been looking, I'm like, do I not use enough of the product? Or are they using too much because they're trying to do the most? I don't know. But for me, I'm all about transparency. I don't use a lot because I don't need a lot. You just need enough for your face. You don't need half the bottle just to moisturize the face, at least in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I'm not a skincare expert either, so maybe there's something they know that I don't. When I'm rubbing it in, like massage my face at the same time. Push it up this way to spread it out. Make sure it's coming out even. Okay? This next step, I'm no skincare expert. You're going to apply your sunscreen, especially since I'm going out today. Oh yeah, your girl is about to apply some of Butta's tinted sunscreen in SPF 30. Now, let me tell you about this sunscreen. It's tinted, and I'm about to show y'all. Hold on. Let me put a little bit on my finger. Ooh, it's hard to squeeze. There we go. This sunscreen is tinted. So it's not like a weird white color. When you apply it, it is so soft and smooth. It's like the perfect blend of a whipped and creamy consistency. Because it's tinted, when you rub it into your face, you won't have that weird white cast. This is giving moisturize. That's why I'm applying all over to get the corners. That feels so good. Get into this final skincare. My face isn't greasy. It isn't leaving some extra film on my face. Everything feels absorbed into my skin. Now that we're done with skincare, I'm about to hop in the shower, do my little body care, and then come back with y'all getting ready to do this beat on this face. Purr. All right, loved one. Now let's get into this beat. Because I know my outfit is going to be more on the colorful side, I want to make sure that my makeup is a soft glam, maybe with a hint towards one of the colors in my outfit to bring everything together. But I definitely don't want to do too much, which is a little hard for me, loved one, because your girl likes to do a lot when it comes to her makeup. But I'm going to do my best to keep it simple, keep it cute, And I'm starting to run out of time, so I also have to make it fast. So we have the One Size Secure the Blur Face Primer. The makeup artist on Bob Trevino likes it, matter of fact, had used this primer on my face and I was sold. I've just followed YouTube girlies, makeup girlies over the years and just learned how to make a routine for myself. Okay, so we have our primer and now we are going to use, of course, Fenty Beauty. Y'all are going to see a lot of Fenty Beauty because your girl's a Fenty Beauty girl. Okay, so this is their foundation in Eavesdrop. And I do like it because it is a liquid and it just makes it easy to just slap on your face. And because it's a medium coverage situation, it's not going to come off looking like I have makeup. It's just going to look like my natural skin, which is what I'm going for. Because, baby, why are we over here trying to look like we put a new layer of skin on our face? We don't want that. We can't be doing too much because when you start doing too much, then it starts getting real nasty and cakey looking. And baby, you don't want that. You do not want that, girlfriend. Look at that. It don't even look like I put on makeup. Shout out to Fenty Child. Because you already know. So now we are going to go in with the NARS concealer, which everyone pretty much uses and has. And for the longest time, I didn't because I was using like a bunch of other concealers. And honestly, I don't really even use concealer to really conceal too much of anything. I feel like my skin is in a good place right now, so I don't need to do too much. But I like using concealer because I like to contour. Because contours are really fun for me. But using a concealer allows you to have that contour effect. I'm just gonna brighten it up. Plus, you always want to have a few bright spots on your face. That's what I love about makeup. It's fun, it's enhancing, it's creative, it's very colorful. Look, I put the concealer on, still looks like my face. You can't even tell that I have on makeup. My skin looks blurred, which is what we want. That's the point of the primer. Okay, now we got to do our contour. And I'm wondering if I should contour with bronzer or an actual contour stick. I was going to do the Fenty contour stick, but I think I'm going to contour with bronzer because when you contour with bronzer, it gives you more like a sun-kissed look, like you look bronzy. Duh. So I'm actually going to go and use the Mented Cosmetics bronzer in Yacht Life. Shout out to Mented Cosmetics, Black woman owned. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this, and because it's a powder, you get to let it be that subtle, sun-kissed situation. Get it in the hairline a little bit. Like you don't need too much. Boom! Look at that. To contour my nose with the bronzer, I'm gonna just use a smaller brush to control the product a little bit more. And again, we don't need too much. We just need enough to give the effect. Get into it. Look at that. Let's do the brows next. We just gonna brush these brows. And this is the NYX micro brow pencil. Okay. I'm just gonna fill these in. I don't have no real rhyme, reason, or technique to my brows because my brows are just naturally full. Something I've been enjoying is brow gel. So this is the Sephora brow gel. Again, it's super simple, but because I do have thick, natural brows, brow gel is helpful for just maintaining the shape of the hairs. Yeah. We are going to use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. And I sometimes use eyeshadow primer, sometimes I don't. If I remember to do it, I do it. If I don't remember, then I don't. It's no big deal. But when I might be out for a while or want to use a really bold color and I want the color to really stand out, I will more likely use eyeshadow primer to just ensure that the colors stay vibrant throughout the day. They stay in place, especially if I'm going to apply 2 or 3 shadows and do some blending. So I use the eyeshadow primer. Y'all know the Juvia's Place Culture Palette is my #1 go-to. But they also have the Culture 2 palette, okay? And I was like, oh, since I love the Culture palette so much, let me get this Culture 2 because look at the colors in this one. I still even have a little plastic sheet. Look at these colors. Remember, the goal is to keep it a simple beat. But when I see these colors, I get all excited. So there is a way that you can keep it simple yet colorful. So we're actually going to go that route today. So I told myself, let's keep it cute. Let's keep it easy. Let's keep it simple. I know myself better than that. So we are going to use this shadow. It's called Masai as the base shade. Look how pretty this is. One thing I learned from a makeup artist was when you are using really pigmented eyeshadows, you want to pat it down. You don't usually want to swipe. You want to pat it down to really give it its full color coverage. Now, I just want y'all to trust the process. I am going to hit my outer corners with a darker color. This is in Daishiki. This is almost like a deep purple brown, but let's see what it... Oh, it still looks brown enough for me. Work, sis. We just gonna go with this. So I always do like a darker shade in the corners and try to keep it in the corners. I'll bring it in a little bit here sometimes, but for the most part, I really get like a really fluffy... Oh, now it's looking a little bit more purple. I get like a really puffy brush. And that's the thing, y'all. With makeup, it's meant to be fun. It's meant to be colorful. You're literally like coloring on your face. Like you are literally turning your face into its own coloring book. And sometimes you're going to make mistakes. And sometimes they might be good, happy mistakes. You don't know yet. So who cares? Just go in. I'm about to blend this out better later, but trust the process. Now, what I do want to do, and I know I'm taking a big risk doing this, but if we're not risking, are we living? I'm going to go in with this color Festive. It's green as the under eye. Now, I am going to use this Fenty Beauty eyeshadow stick to hit the inner corners. Okay, so we can have a little bit of shimmer. You see that? I barely even touched. You got to be very careful with these eyeshadow sticks because they are so pigmented and they are so pretty. But before you know it, you done did too much. Okay? So now I just want this to be like more of an inner corner. And because it's a shimmery shade, you could even blend it out with your finger over your shadow. So that way it just highlights it. So get into that blending. Now I'm taking my concealer brush and using it to clean up the shadow a little bit. Blend out that excess blend on top. Now, my go-to for liner always is the NYX Epic Ink Liner for the top liner. This is always my top liner. And then I am lining my waterline with MAC's Black Panther when they did a collaboration with the film Black Panther. So you just color it in, child. Now, some people don't believe in pulling your eye down, but I gotta do what I gotta do. This is something I'm very excited to try. This is the mascara from Tilt Beauty. They are a new, I don't know how new they are, but from my knowledge, they are a newer brand that is like refillable, accessible packaging. As you can see, what I love about this is this top is so easy to grip. Oh my gosh, it is so easy to grip versus other ones. So we're going to try this mascara, y'all. Oh, yes. Oh, and it gets in the inner lashes so good. Ooh, baby. Come on, Tilt. Come on, Tilt. Oh, she did that. The handle is so easy to grip. I love this. And I love the packaging. The packaging is so good. It's so colorful and like modern looking. Oh, get into. Oh, baby. Now we are getting back to the face. And we need to put some powder on her. I'm using the Dermablend illuminating powder, and I just throw it on my face, to be honest. Now normally I use a puff, but apparently that ain't the way to do it, so I've been trying this other technique. What we're gonna do is use a more natural, neutral blush. So I'm using the Fenty Beauty Summertime Wine blush. And we are going to keep it very light, very simple, very natural. Because I love blush, I'm not going to lie. See, they have all these different techniques for applying blush. I think they say this is C. So you just make a C around your eye. Like the letter C around your eye to couple it in that way. Oh, the blush came out the way I wanted it to come out. Yep, this is it. I'm obsessed with this look. It's official. Okay, now we are going to go with the Fenty Beauty Light Diffusing Highlighter in Yum Rum. What I like about these is that it's a subtle highlight and not so much of a shimmery highlight, which most highlights are. This is gonna give a shine without the shimmer, without it looking glittery. See what I'm saying? You see how that looks like it's just highlighting? And I barely tapped it. And it's already coming out so shiny. I love it so much. Now this is something I don't want to do too much. Can't do too much. You don't want to look like a disco ball. Now let's get into the lip. We have the Juvia's Place lip liner. What color is this? Cola. It is the perfect chocolate brown lip liner. I use it for everything. I'm going to line it with this liner. It's simple to apply. It's soft. It's easy to blend in. Then we're going to use the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. This is the shade Fenty Glow. I always use it as a nice neutral to blend in with the liner. See how now it's giving natural, it's giving neutral. Tap it off with a Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. This is in Heat in the color Lavender Savage. Just put that on top to give it that extra shimmer, that extra shine. And our glam is done. Get into the eyeshadow. Again, colorful without doing too much. When you keep it neutral everywhere else, you can have fun with the color on your eyelids. That is the makeup routine. Now, let's get into the outfit and the finishing touches. Here is the final look. Do you see the colors in the pants? Whenever you're getting dressed, you always want to make sure you have what is called your statement piece. Like, what is the piece you're going to build your whole outfit around? And in this case, it is these super cute Firm Rio pants that I got a long time ago. And this top I've had years, but I love this top. I love a good off the shoulder. It's a little chilly out there, but it's not too bad, which is why something like an off the shoulder is great. You get to have the sex appeal of your clavicle while still staying covered and warm. This is a really thick fabric as well, so this is going to keep me nice and warm. These pants are really great because these are high-waisted. I'm always going to do crop top, high waist. That is my usual fashion formula. The stripes help make it look like my legs are just astronomically long, which I love. It gives me length, it gives me body. And so that's this outfit. Okay, I thought it was colorful, and with my makeup, although colorful, it's still a very natural, simple beat. Now we are going to get into fragrance. I got this fragrance from a hair shop, the shop that Kelly works at where I get my hair. The way I do my fragrance is I will use a body oil like this one and hit it in the hot spots. This is the fragrance in Portal. I don't even know if you could get this online. Like I said, I've only seen it at the shop where I get my hair done. Okay, we're gonna put it there. We're gonna put it here. Let's just put it all over the neck. Because when it's an oil roller, you can just put it wherever you want. Then you wanna get your perfume, your fragrance. This is Octavia Morgan in Dark Rose. If you know me, you know I have fangirled over this fragrance since the beginning of time. Then you just want to throw them all over your child. That way, your fragrance stays on longer. This fragrance complements the scent of the body oil, so it makes it all come together. And then to top off the look, you got to get your sunnies on a Sunday for Sunday brunch. Get into the final look. I'm just really gagging. I cannot believe how cute it all came out. As y'all get into these glasses, this top, these pants, what? Y'all, I'm really sorry. Now I have to go. I love y'all. Thank you for getting ready with me. Until next time, bye.